So I got a request on a little more video on how I make the set. So Birdie and I are hiking up to this saddle to check out. And on our way up here, we found this old bobcat poop. Bobcat poop gets white super quick in like a couple weeks, a few weeks. So it doesn't last long since it doesn't have any plant matter in it. And so I just broke that branch down. I'll fill this in more right here. We're gonna put the trap right here and block this off over here. And we'll hang a flag up, so I'll show you kind of each stage of making a set. So now that I kind of got it blocked off, I like to have something kind of solid next to my trap. Some people just use a log or something. I like a rock, it doesn't really matter, but I got cabled off hard to that. And then I put my trap in, and now we'll start putting in the stepping sticks. Okay, and I got my stepping sticks in. Kind of see how I have it. A bobcat has a 10 to 12 inch stride, so that's 8 inches right there. I normally just hold my boot up over it to because it's 12 inches. So right there, we got probably 13 inches. That's about what you want, so it's uncomfortable for the cat just to step over. Some people like smaller sticks, some like thicker sticks, some like them high, some like them low. I use whatever I got. So we're gonna do, you can leave the pan like that and it's fine. If I can, especially if there's duff around, I'll put some of that over it, just to kind of camouflage it a little bit. Like I said, with cats, I've caught them on MB450s with just a stock pan exposed and they've stepped on it, shiny, brand new. So anyways, now that part of the set's done. Now we got a lot of blocking to do. This spot's not as bad, but we'll put some blocking in here. Okay, now I got it blocked off. So now what I'm gonna do, I put the turd over on that side, just because I figure if a cat's already on this side, most likely he's gonna come here. But if I do have to draw him over the trap this way, he's got that visual. I might actually put it out here so it's more visible. Now you gotta do is you gotta put lure on both sides of the trap. And I do that on most sets. I've always done it, but sometimes I get lazy and don't. And I actually had a bobcat last year on trail camera come up to the set right here, smell the rock. So I just put some right there and then he turned around and left. So I'll put some lure over here, some over here, different kinds. So the cat has to step over on the trap. I believe they call that an inline walkthrough, or at least some people do. So put some lure on and then put the flag up, and then I'll show you the final set. So here's the finished cat set. Got some lure on this back side of the rock, some by the poop up there. We got our trap, got our flag. It's always important to put some kind of visual by your set, because cats, they do hunt with their nose. I'm not saying their noses are bad, but they definitely hunt with their eyes first. So there's a set right there. I guess you could put some cotton or polyfill there. Feathers, if they're legal in your state, they're not legal here. But anyways, Brody and I are gonna keep heading up to this other spot and put in a couple more sets, and then we'll get back to checking. So this set's done. We just put this up. We found a bunch of poop up here. Even though it's white, we still set it. I actually just recently heard a story from a guy who said that he found a toilet, or it was a donkey toilet. He found a single turd on it and ended up catching 5 cats there and 8 checks. So there's more than one turd here. So there's a few of them. So I got some lure there, some lure over by that one. Put polyfill around here. Again, we can't use feathers, so put polyfill. Feathers would probably work better if you can use them. And I don't use cotton because it kind of goes bad. There's our flag there. It's blue on one side and white on the other. Those flags, if you go to Wild Wings, WYLD Wings, Google it. There's a guy who sells flags with like pictures on them. He's actually a really good trapper here in Nevada. You can get them there. I just make those. But anyways, this trap set's done. Okay, that last spot we put a cat set. You can see he's by a tree, single turd here. We got that fresh cat turd there. We got some old turds here. More old turds, more old turds, more old turds. I got some over by that trap set there. Another turd right there. So this is a cat toilet. So this one, you can look up here. There's lots of open spots. Had to do a lot of blocking to put that one in, kind of like we had to on that tree. But those cats are gonna want to come down to this low spot. So find a narrowed off spot, and right here we actually have a trail that comes through. So this is gonna be a real easy one to do because a lot of our blocking is done. So I tried cabling off on that, didn't have enough cable. But here, there's this really green plant right here. If you get all of those branches, you got a lot of holding power there, especially in a good live tree like this. That set behind me, it was a lot sparser, so I put a drag in it. But here, we can do it. So wrapping around there with my cable, right here, as far as I'm gonna be able to reach. So right there is where I'm gonna put my trap. So we'll kind of do it like that other one. I'll go through step by step again on how I put these sets in. Now I don't have a tripod and I'm by myself, so it's gonna be tougher, but even though this trap's gonna be exposed, you still want it pretty solid. It doesn't have to be as solid as a coyote set, but to make sure I can get all of that stuff from making the trap pivot, I like to dig like a small hole first, just so all that can kind of fall in there. And you don't want this trap to wiggle a lot, so when the cat steps on the pan, it's not moving too much under his foot. Now you don't gotta be like a coyote where you gotta check every little part and every little wiggle is gonna throw it off, okay? The cat standing on this trap pan is like it's stepping on a flat rock. That's what the cat thinks. So you just want it pretty solid. You wanna make sure that trap doesn't wiggle too much. And then that's all you need. I like to spray that textured dirt looking paint on my pans. And this year I got lazy and didn't do it. So this is one of the newer traps I did at the end of the season last year, so I never painted it. So I will sprinkle some dirt on top of it. It's not necessary, I've said that many times, but it doesn't hurt and it's super simple, easy just to put a little bit of dirt on it like that. I still keep everything else exposed because don't want to have to worry about pan covers or bringing up a sifter to make sure I don't get any rocks in the jaws when I totally cover the trap. And also, it is cold right now. It's probably 20 degrees. So if we do get some snow and rain, I don't want this trap to freeze up, especially with how light-footed cats are. So it can't freeze up like this. These levers are exposed. No dirt on top of it to cake, even if this trap gets rained on or snowed on and frozen, it's still gonna go off. So now we'll finish blocking the set off and then go from there. All right, now this one's already in such a choke point that it's super easy to put the side blocking in. Cat's not gonna wanna walk on that, so I've kind of got two examples of stuff you can do. You got a solid rock here. Make sure your lever's not gonna hit anything when it goes up. Got some of this brush here for this one. And it's super simple when you find these choked off points. Now, I got some stepping sticks. I'm gonna need a lot more than that. So I'm gonna gather some stepping sticks and then we'll put the stepping sticks on this one. All right, so now I got my stepping sticks gathered. This is where it's really nice to have Brody, because normally while I'm getting everything else ready for the set, he goes around and finds all my stepping sticks for me. But he's got schools today, so I'm alone. But anyways, we're gonna put these stepping sticks in here. And once again, we want this 12, 13 inches. You could even go 14 inches. I try not to go too far. Just try not to defer the cat. Make him try to find a different way around this. So anyways, that's about it for those. And I like to get some of these smaller sticks like this and just kind of stick them right up against the jaw there on either side of the lever. Just everything I can to make sure that cat doesn't find somewhere else to step instead of what he views is that nice little flat dirt spot. So whenever I lay a stick across these levers, there's always a chance it's gonna flip up into the jaws. So I like to use stuff that's pretty brittle for that. In case that happens, then don't have to worry about it. So anyways, there's my stepping sticks. And now we're gonna just lure this thing up and add some eye appeal. You know, whenever there's some white cat turds, they got a lot of eye appeal in them, and cats are definitely looking for those. So I'll kind of make like a little mock scratch kind of close to the set here, and I'll put some of that there, put a shot of urine on that. That kind of is going to slow the cat down. So when he comes this way, he's going to kind of step on that, checking these out. And then I'll also put a little bit of gland lure back over here somewhere, probably just right on the rock here. Try to get the cat to step on it to explore that. Did the same thing on the other one. So get some lure put on these, and then hang a flag, and we'll show you the final set. All right, got this toilet set, got a set there. Some turds, flag in there, and this set right here. So here you set.